Hello, ladies and gentlemen, Rosie here, and I play Dead by Daylight so you don't have to. Here to drop another truth bomb on everybody today. If you are active in this community, and you watch the mainstream content creators, one thing that they do say about Survivor, in the very rare occasion that a Fog Whisperer will criticize how bad the Survivor meta is right now and how OP they are, one of the things that they mention is holding W. Like, they'll talk about how broken holding W is, because it's like the most broken thing in the game, and you don't have any counterplay to it, etc., etc. And holding W in this game is very good. Okay, I want to stress that the title of this video does not mean holding W is bad. Holding W is simply overrated. It's not bad. Okay, it's still good. Maximizing the distance between you and the killer for every transition with the use of holding W is optimal and is what you should be doing. Okay? Holding W is very good. However, I think it's overrated. And here is why I will say that. Holding W has a link into how strong it is. Okay? Now, again, you can lure the killer away from key gens, etc., but killers actually micromanaging the gens is something that only the top 3 can realistically do against high MMR teams. Killers like Legion and Ghostface and Pyramid and some of the not viable characters, which is everybody but the top 3, right? All those characters, they don't really have a realistic hope in hell of monitoring the gens, which means you kind of give up map pressure, etc., etc., and you try to camp the hook, pitch a tent meta. Okay? But so, you can do all that shit with the killer by holding W, and the top, a big reason the top 3 are the top 3 is that they counter, quote-unquote, holding W. But why is holding W actually a problem in Dead by Daylight? Okay, I think this topic bears a bit closer examination. Holding W is only so strong because of where they go. It's only as strong as where they go. In Identity 5, holding W is what the game is like. I don't want to say what the game is balanced around, but Identity 5 is way more balanced because holding W is worse. Okay? But it's how is holding W worse in Identity 5 than it is in DBD? It's the same concept. Well, apart from the fact that killers have stronger powers and are a bit faster, they go 120, 122.5. They have some weird percentages, admittedly. So, part of the fact that the killer can catch up faster, and some killers with the stronger powers can even get there even faster than that. But the main reason that holding W is worse in Identity 5 is because tight kiting is worse. Tight kiting in Dead by Daylight is absolutely fucking OP as shit. That is the thing that hurts the game. That's the thing that drags it down. That's the thing that makes holding W OP, is the fact that tight kiting is OP. And what is tight kiting? Tight kiting is the ability for a survivor to hold the killer at one tile. Okay? That's what's OP in Dead by Daylight. They can hold you at one tile for 20 years. If you're Wraith and you're at one of those fucking tiles that is huge and has no mind games, like a long wall, for instance, or a long wall jungle gym, short wall jungle gym. So even some of those tiles where all they do is run it in a circle and you have to just burn it, so you're just running, and if you try to mind game it, they'll keep you there longer. Like those tiles, like a car tile at Haddonfield, or McMillan Estate has a few of them. These tiles that are so long for no goddamn reason, and the survivors can keep you there for 25 years. You know the ones I'm talking about. The ability for the survivors to hold you at those tiles for 25 years is why the game sucks. Okay? Because the killer can't do anything at those tiles. Okay? And what does that have to do with holding W? It directly relates, because where are they going when they're holding W? They ain't going to a fucking weak part of the map. They're going to the part where they can fucking kill you at. Okay? That's where they're going. And yes, once they drop the pallet in your face, they then can hold W to go to the next tile that's OP as shit. Because they're all OP as shit. They can transition from Killer Shack to Jungle Gyms to not mind-gameable car tile. They can do all this, right? And then, the gens are done. Because you're sitting there, they bounce from, from 3 different tiles if you actually commit to one guy, and then the gens are done. They they can keep you at one location for 12 years. Okay? If those locations were worse, they would have less places to hold W to go to, which would mean less holding W's overall, because you can get them at a fucking mind-gameable tile and down them, and then hook them. So they can't be holding W when they're fucking down. So that's why holding W is overrated, because it's not the thing that's fucking killing you. It's the tight kiting. It's the fact that they can keep you there 85 years. It's the fact that the killer powers don't do anything. It's the fact that the Wraith can't get you. It's the fact that a Freddy can't get you. It's the fact that a Clown can't get you at half the fucking tiles in the game. That's OP. Because then they can hold W and go to the thing that they can keep you at for another 45 years. If they couldn't keep you at something for 45 years, you'd be able to play a tile and down them. And, like, the better characters have more opportunities to do that, obviously. And, like, holding W is still good against a character like a Deathslinger or a Pyramid Head or an Artist that can still challenge those. Like, you don't really want to be tight-kiting Artist very long because she can keep throwing birds at you. Or Pyramid can keep shooting at you. So, like, you will probably get hit by them eventually. Sure, but, like, you don't have to kite them forever. That's another thing people just forget. You don't have to kite these killers forever. Like, we need to be at the point where if you hold the killer for, like, 40 seconds, that should be considered God-tier kite. But right now, it's considered shit, because the killers are weak. If you're getting down in 40 seconds, you suck. That's how broken everything is. Now, again, this obviously doesn't apply to the top-tier characters that actually can break the pallets, have mind games, or just cheese their way to winning matches, obviously. But, like, those keystone characters, this definitely applies to. And so, like, holding W is only a byproduct of what makes the game OP, Survivor overpowered. It's not the main ingredient. It's the supplementary ingredient. It's the sauce. It's the sauce. Because, like, if they couldn't use the OP tiles to chain their holding W's together, that would make things significantly easier on you. It's very hard to, like, see how holding W... Like, this is why Sprint Burst is not the best exhaustion perk in the game. Okay? It's still dead hard. Because Dead Hard is the only one that can, like, get you more holding W's. It gets you tile wins to hold W. Sprint Burst, Lithe, and Overcome, they're just extensions to your holding W. And your balance landings, they're just extensions to your holding W. Which, again, holding W is still good, so those perks are still good. But, like, Dead Hard is the only fucking perk in the game that can be used to both tight kite and hold W. The other perks can't really do that. I mean, they kind of can, I guess. But, like, who uses Lithe at a Longwall Jungle Gym to then stay at the Longwall Jungle Gym? Like, you're not doing anything with your Lithe there. Which, again, holding W is still good. So, like, you can use your Lithe to leave the Longwall Jungle Gym, conserve it, and go to the middle, where you could live the killer 8 years there, too. Because there's 80 million fucking places to hold the killer for 10 years. That's why those perks are good. But, like, if the maps are balanced, what is a Sprint Burst realistically going to do for you? Like, Sprint Burst is only really good because the tiles it gets you at are really good. Dead Hard can do both. That's why it's better. And it can transition and tight kite. Dead Hard's whatever you need it to be in the given situation. That's why it's overpowered and it's bullshit. But that's only one of the reasons Dead Hard's OP. But you kind of see what I'm saying here. Because of the fact that holding W is just linked to the strength of the tiles on the map, like, their destination is the problem, more so than them actually getting distance on you. And if you want proof of that, play Identity 5, where the locations aren't as much of a problem, and holding W is way more balanced, because you can actually get them at where they take you. If you can't get them, getting there is OP. If you can get them, getting there is not OP. That's the one simple difference between the two games. And Identity 5 does it right, Dead by Daylight does it wrong. It's that simple. So, I think that's kind of my point. This is an idea that has kind of started based on some of the streams we've been having recently, where I've just been starting to say that because of all the tiles that they hold you at for 25 goddamn years. It's like, holding W is only good because of where it takes you. And that's to the tight kiting transition and the tight kiting tiles that can hold the killer there for 3 gens, and you just get the pallet down. They're stupid. And once the tiles are nerfed, if that ever happens, holding W gets worse. But that's just like it's such a way to dodge the real issues. That's why that's another reason I'm starting to get bothered by clowns yelling at holding W so much, because it's a way to dodge the real problems of the game, which are the tiles, the map placement, the stupid map RNG that shouldn't fucking be there anymore. Blaming the whole thing on holding W not only is useless, it doesn't do anything because holding W is the thing we can't really take out. You can't really take that out. It's just something that the survivor has distance. They will get to more further tile transitions, yeah. But, like, you could make it worse by making killer 120, and then, like, so again, the top tiers can kind of stop it. Some other killers can shoot shit at you to try to stop it. But, all in all, it's where they're going. That's okay. Alright, I'm getting the hell out of here, lads. G fucking G's.